Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Last fact of the week, the fact that makes your brain go. And this comes from one of our great favorite studies we like to go through. And we find them for you and bring it out. And you come the rest of the day, you can share this with somebody and blow their mind. Like, a new study shows that this is what people are judging you on when you get up and leave the table. So they judge you right when you get away, right when you stand up and leave the table. This is the first thing that people are judging you on and talking behind your back about. So, Kenzie, what do you think that could be?
How you walk.
You walk, yes.
I could see people judging, like, your walk. I feel like I walk like a Clydesdale. It's not a good look.
You're kind of, do you say that's like you walk very purposeful. I'm not sure if there's a purpose to it, like you're going anywhere to do anything big. I'm just saying you do walk very purposeful.
I kind of stomp around. I call them tree trunk legs.
Yes.
I have like these thick, short, stumpy legs, and I don't mean to, but it's very like...
You do?
Yeah. My husband and I have fought because could you walk softer? I'm like, could you just effing leave me alone? You know what I mean? Like, how about you don't come at me? I'm already super insecure about it. Oh, like, when you bring it up, I'm not trying to stomp around.
You stomp on his head when he says that?
I stomp away. This really hurts my feelings. Yeah. I'm loud and I stomp. I know it. I don't want to hear about it.
Have you tried to slow down?
I don't even notice like that I'm walking as heavy as I'm walking. And I feel like I don't do a lot of things womanly, and I'm very insecure about it. So like when people bring up my stumpy walk, I'm like, just leave me alone. I want to be a delicate flower.
Well, I would say it looks like, again, purposeful. I'm not sure there's a purpose all the time in your walk, but it looks like there's like a fire somewhere, and you're trying to get to it.
It's not very alluring. I have to say, it's not good. I don't like it.
It's not the slow motion walk with the wind going through your hair.
No, like if they asked me to film one of those scenes in a movie, I would look like I was going to bulldoze somebody.
It's not the Victoria's Secret runway walk. It's not that. It's too bad.
I'd break through the glass.
You know, the heels would be going like you're breaking ankles.
Stage. It's not good.
All right. Case, what do you think it is? So new research shows this is what people judge you by the minute you walk up and walk away from the table, no matter if it's a slow walk, a sexually seductive walk, or a stomp.
God, that walk. I just can't keep my hands off her. Is it what you ordered for dinner?
Oh, God.
I don't always feel good about, let's say I'm at IHOP with somebody, and as a grown man, a tax-paying adult, I'm throwing on some New York cheesecake pancakes on my order. Or I'm at a nicer restaurant, and I ask the waitress, I go, do you guys do the dew? Do you guys have Mountain Dew available at this establishment? And then I walk away, and they go, can you believe this idiot? Why can't he just drink a wine like the rest of us?
Yeah, we're here at Gibson's, and he asked for a Mountain Dew.
God forbid a guy kick back a little bit. It's USA 250 Mountain Dew celebrating.
I got to wonder if Gibson's has Mountain Dew all of a sudden.
I believe they have Coke products. And Mountain Dew is a PepsiCo venture.
So what would be the Pepsi alternative for that? What would you get? If you couldn't get a Mountain Dew and they have Coke products.
I would ask, do you have Mellow Yellow? And they would go, no, it's 2026. Nobody has Mellow Yellow.
Well, want to hear something crazy? When I was at Santa's Village last week, I went up, I got like a little fountain drink, and they had RC.
Wow.
That's what they were packing.
Now, we've discussed on this show quite recently the rebrand of Mr. Pibb and the revitalization of Mr. Pibb. RC, well, it's a staple at our Chicago bars. Yeah, I can tell Brian's frothing at the mouth to say that you go.
Well, I can tell because RC, a staple of Chicago for centuries.
Centuries even, wow.
But if you ask for a Coke or a Pepsi, typically in a bar on the Gun, you'll get RC. So they don't always carry, now some carry Coke products. Like, thankfully, what I love is the great Mexican restaurants in Chicago. The mixture they make with the Coke on the Gun is phenomenal. Cafe El Tapatio, bless you.
I will say RC Cola was invented in 1905, so it has been around for 100 years, which is pretty crazy.
I didn't stutter.
And my college bar, Holiday Club in Uptown, rest in peace, just shut down. Big on the RC Cola there.
What? In case I feel like you're the only person who would really have this. What's the RC Mountain Dew and or like Sprite? What is theirs? You know how like they all have a version like Pepsi's a Starry or this is like what? Because every brand up there I didn't recognize.
Sorry, I didn't hit the mic button to clear my throat there.
What the hell? Ow.
You okay?
Well, I don't know. I had all this bad air, and I was out golfing yesterday. Not a good idea.
Brian's going to croak during the show. I'm sorry. Kenzie, honey, what were you asking me?
Okay. So RC, that's like their lead, just like Pepsi and Coke is their lead. What is their branch of other soda flavors?
Of like a citrusy soda?
Yeah, like what is theirs?
Well, RC is owned by Dr. Pepper.
Right, because Dr. Pepper was also at Santa's Village, so it's Dr. Pepper, RC, and then but it was another like off version of those. I can't remember what their fruity one is.
I don't know of what the Dr. Pepper citrus soda would be. Maybe Sundrop? Did they have Sundrop there?
It may have been.
Okay, because their Sprite, there was Serum Mist, but that rebranded to Starry a few years ago. We covered that extensively on this
Obviously.
program. Yes. And then
We're journalists.
Yes,
There's
exactly.
respect.
And I believe you would have been looking at a Sundrop there.
Okay. See, that tracks. Because I remember being like, I don't recognize. It kind of took me a second when I walked up. I can't lie.
So,
I'm like, where am I going?
so I looked at, Mellow Yellow is still available, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's just not widely available.
Well, Wayne says he got it at Wendy's a couple days ago from their gun.
Well, Wendy's is out of control because they have the freestyle machine.
They have
And
the freestyle
machine.
machine.
I have a lot of respect for Wendy's.
Oh.
Because that's the only place I can get like a Diet Dr. Vanilla Pepper. Okay?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the right order for that.
I have
but
not.
I love that.
I've not been inside of Wendy's in a while. Drive-through, yes, but I've been inside. So
But
all
you can order that on the app. You can pick a freestyle via the app.
I just like Coke. I'm very boring. Just give me that Coke. I want that to burn the back of my throat. That's what I want. All right, we'll come back in the fact that makes your brain go. We'll let you know what it is. A new study shows this is what people judge you by when you get up and leave the table. It's the number one answer. We'll have that in 2 minutes. Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We're in the middle of the fact that makes your brain go, which involves judging people. So this new study shows this is what people judge you the most on when you get up and leave the table. And it doesn't matter if you think your friends are all very supportive and they have your back. They will discuss this the second you leave the table. The second you leave the table. Kenzie gets your walk as she stomps around here, and she doesn't want to stomp around here, but it's just the way it works for her.
I'm heavy-footed.
Heavy-footed.
I mean, I'm heavy everything, but I'm heavy-footed too.
Also wear sometimes a lot of, big shoes, goth-type boots.
I
You
do.
wear those.
I do.
You won't just wear. What are you wearing right now? I can't see.
Right now,
Show
I
us
have
your feet.
Right now, I have cute. Well, I have heels packed
What do
for
you got
later.
But what do you got on your feet? Like
right
tennis
now, I
shoes?
actually have tennis shoes.
Yeah, that's cool.
I
You
have
should
some
wear that more
Filas.
often.
I never wear these, but because I packed the heels for later.
What
so.
what brand are those?
These are Fila.
Fila's, yeah. We tell you to wear those at Riot Fest all the time because the ground is
Well, I
uneven.
don't wear these when I go out. These are my privacy shoes.
I understand, but we see you trying to walk across the grass and you're stomping, but you can't stomp in that grass. You get kind of stuck like in Halo when the guy can't move. You're like just moving, your legs are moving, but you're not moving.
You know what's funny is that
You need tennis shoes at Riot Fest in Lollapalooza.
when I was at my Metro by T-Mobile in Kenosha last Friday, actually a week ago, I wore these like little kitten heels, and it was really hot out. Remember how we were like having the heat wave, and the
Like now?
like now,
I remember.
Still here.
and the tar was like, you know when they like seal up the pavement, like they have a crack and they put that that stripe of tar on it, you can see it. Well, it was really tacky, and I was ripping it up with my heel. I was taking the tar with me in the parking lot. I had so much tar on my shoe.
That poor guy that laid that tar had to come back and put more tar down because you tore it up with your heel.
Sticky.
Can you imagine that job? He goes, yeah, your tar you laid down this morning is all tore up from some girl with heels. You got to come back out and spread the tar back out
It
again.
was gone, baby.
Yikes. So it's not walking. Case guessed, it's what you order, which seems like it'd be the number one answer.
And let me issue a brief correction really quick. It's nice to know that with the heat wave and with the poor air quality, we've been having some signal issues. If you have signal issues, of course, we're coming in crystal clear on the Q101 app and the iHeart app. But thank you for approximately the 45,000 text messages that came in during that song to remind me that 7-Up is a Dr. Pepper product. We were talking about what citrus drink Kenzie found at Santa's Village last week.
Because they had RC.
Yes.
And
Right.
I was like, no, what was there? I couldn't remember what the citrus one was.
Yes, no. Our listeners know that 7-Up is a Dr. Pepper product, and they are here to remind us. My apologies to the 7-Up Corporation, the family, the friends. It was 7-Up.
7-Up, a little splash of vodka and cranberry. It's a great drink.
I love the cherry 7-Up.
Yeah, see, I only do it with vodka and cranberry.
Sorry, I forgot you're an adult. I'm a child.
I'm only going to drink Coke with no alcohol in it. Just Coke is the best of all time. But then if you put 7-Up, you add a little cran, a little some vodka, it's a great drink.
It tastes like Christmas.
It's just amazing.
Well, there's the cranberry Sprite, which is, if we were going to do a Mount Rushmore of soda, would be on there.
We're in the third quarter. We need a Mount Rushmore
We're
soon.
in the third quarter.
Yeah, we are.
We need to go. We need to push it to the end, though. We've been doing them at the end. Like we recently did a Rushmore.
Of America.
Yes.
Of America. Both those answers are wrong, by the way. Here's what it is. A new study shows that when you get up from the table, this is the thing people are judging you on. Your phone background.
Oh, boy.
That is the biggest one that people are doing. There's other categories here, but let's just stay with that for a second because people are judging you on your phone background. Because you get up from the table, they might just click your button and see what your phone background is because it's locked, the lock screen. Or you get a text comes through and then they see it and they go, can you believe that? What the hell is that?
Well, I changed your phone background at our broadcast to a picture that you had in your camera roll of your Portillo's meal.
So I left my phone unlocked for a second, and Kenzie thought, first off, that was a disastrous situation. And then I came back, and I couldn't figure out why it changed from my daughter to a hamburger.
Hey, you love equally.
But the thing
I
is,
do.
you didn't really question it. Like, you never brought it up. Like, you thought that maybe you had done that.
You know why?
Because I told you like a week later that I did it.
So I didn't bring it up because of embarrassment that I accidentally did it, and I didn't want to say I accidentally changed my lock screen, and you guys are coming in going like, okay, boomer, whatever. So and also the hamburger picture was phenomenal, so it looked good, and I said, you know what, I can take a break from my daughter for a little bit. Look at the hamburger on the lock screen.
Wow, is this a Time magazine photo shoot? This hamburger looks unreal.
I opened his camera roll, and it was one of the first things there. There's so many pictures of your fast food in your camera roll. It's unbelievable.
That was the Butcher and the Burger, by the way, that burger, which is tremendous, not fast food, sit-down meal. What's on your lock screen, Kenzie?
Mine is a picture of my family at Universal from our Universal trip.
Oh. Case,
Is that okay?
That's good. That's well, mine's my daughter. I went back to my daughter from the hamburger. But I left that hamburger
It's
for a
just
while.
your daughter, not your wife.
It's just my daughter. Is that bad?
Wow, don't love your wife. Good to know.
Well, that's the thing. I used to have our wedding picture, which I loved. We were in the middle of a road.
You were blocking traffic.
We were blocking traffic.
Making out with your wife.
Making out with my wife on our wedding picture. I had that forever. And then I saw this picture of Harper. I go, you know what? I should put Harper in there. And I bumped Megan. So I don't know if I got to go back and find the best one of both. I don't know if that's... People are judging me for that, I'm sure. I only have the daughter. Must not love the wife.
Single dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you not have a photo of the three of you?
We have plenty, but I don't know. I just... I want the screen to be prominent on what I'm looking at, and it'll be smaller if I have like just
If
two
you're
people
in
in there and me.
Well, you can be without you. This picture actually doesn't have me, so it's just my sons and my husband.
Oh, so you're not in it.
No, I don't need to look at me. I'm okay with that.
Case, what do you got on your lock screen?
Well, I don't really have loved ones, so mine's a concert photo that I took.
Let me see.
What concert?
It's funny because it's a guy that I saw last night at the venue that I saw about where this photo.
Wait.
It's a
You
guy?
changed your lock screen last night?
No, this is a photo from 2021, but I just happened to see the same artist at the same venue last night.
It's just a guy?
It's Jeff Rosenstock, and it's him playing guitar, and then I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but he has this merch item it's a pride flag that looks like the American flag. Everybody settle down. But where the stars would be, it says 666, and then there's weed leaves around the 666. So it's a pride flag, and then it's got the devil's number, and then the devil's lettuce on it. And I think it looks really cool. I think it's a cool photo. But I don't really have
It's a lot of messages to stand for at once.
I just gave somebody an aneurysm, but
That looks like something you made at Lids for somebody.
it's badass. I sure smokes a lot would love this. Yeah, it's awesome.
But that's just a stage. I don't see the flag anywhere.
The flag's behind. I bet you're far away from me. I'll show it to you in just a second. But
Okay.
I don't really have, what am I going to do? Love my family?
Well, you could. I mean, it's an option, but
Why? He's in a weird predicament. What is he going to do? Put his brother as his lock
Yeah.
screen?
I know what my
his mom and dad are around.
I know what they look like, though. I don't need to see a photo of them.
you have an awesome picture of your dad getting off a plane you showed me for the Nixon Memorial you guys went
the
to.
Nixon helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got like does he have the metal sign is up? Does he have a
No, my father's not doing the metal devil horns.
the devil horns?
He's doing the peace signs because he's doing a Nixon impression.
That's what he was doing. I like that
Can
picture.
I ask a question? Is your dad's lock screen a bear?
It's definitely a wild animal. It's definitely not his wife, my mother.
Well, Well, text in and let us know what your lock screen is at 312-967-8300 because we'd love to see yours. You can even send the pictures in.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
First off, it was really adorable to see everybody setting in their screen, their lock screen, as we said. 14% of people, when you get up from a table, they judge you on your lock screen. And I want to give a shout out to Big Otis. He sent his lock screen in. 6:44. He sent this in, by the way, because I have the lock screen time on that. Of his buddy Guy sitting in with his band. Big Otis is on guitar in the picture. I'd keep that up as my lock screen forever. I don't know how many kids I have. I'm keeping that one up.
Okay.
There you go. Also coming up in sports, we'll have the odds on the second half for the White Sox and the Cubs to get to the World Series and win it. The NHL schedule dropped some important information about the Blackhawks games. And why was Eddie Vedder in town last night? Well, we'll talk about that as well. We have 21 pilots. But first, it is still a very bad air alert day out there, just like yesterday. An air quality alert remains in effect today till Friday night, midnight. Friday at midnight. Now, the Canadian wildfires, boo, Canada. But it is saying it could get better in the afternoon. Right now, it looks as bad as yesterday in the morning here. I don't know what's going on. The fires get worse overnight, and then all of a sudden they
I know, because it was starting to look a little better, at least by my house,
Yeah.
and now it's back to bad.
Yeah. I mean, the firefighters, they
Something
go,
else start on fire?
Well, maybe the firefighters go like, well, it's time to go to bed. And then the fires start getting worse when they sleep. They've got to sleep at some point, firefighters.
That would be confusing. Sorry.
Get emotional thinking about it.
Smoke.
Close the window. Case, close the
What a
window.
dive.
Sorry, I was smoking out of the window.
Yeah,
It would be confusing to be like, when do you stop?
Fighting the
when's
fire?
your shift over? Because the fire is still happening.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, it's 5 o'clock and everything's on fire.
Well, I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a first responder, normally one of the last guys to show up in an emergency situation.
Last responder.
I'm a last responder.
Last responder.
But it's not a 9 to 5 in the sense of like, well, it must be quitting time. I would think they go in shifts. I would think they have a rotation they use. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they stop at 5 o'clock.
Do you think he gets mad? Like, Greg's stuck in traffic because I got to be here. So he's like, they're just pissed off.
Stuck in traffic on the fire truck?
Like, I just put the hose away.
See,
Wait for Greg.
the problem is, like, a building, you put it out, and eventually it's going to go out. But wildfires, there's
But
like
I mean,
100.
it doesn't end.
Yeah, I mean, they're sitting there. They've got to tap out. You know, someone tap out, and all of a sudden Stone Cold comes in with his hose, and then they take care of it. But it's got to be just emotionally draining. I want even the guys, the night guys, to get more sleep too. The guys that come in for that shift. I know you think they might sleep during the day, but maybe they don't have blackout curtains. They're still a little tired, and they can't get there to fight the
They
fire
have
all
kids.
night. Yeah, kids. Oh my God. It's your turn,
hard.
man. It's 2 a.m. I know you got to fight this wildfire. I know. My kid was just like, blah, 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 blah. I didn't get any sleep this afternoon.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, drink a Celsius and get in there and fight the fire.
That would be Brian as a firefighter.
Well, again, too much
My
of a...
kid last night was like, blah, blah, blah.
It's got to
Lovely
happen.
family dinner.
It's got to happen to firefighters just like us. Poor guys. Should get more sleep. Anyway, really, really bad out there today. In fact, right now, it's worse than it was yesterday at this time.
Because the firefighter's kid was like, blah,
Blah, blah, blah.
And now these fires.
So if you're in the region, Valpo, for example, is 450 out of 500 in the hazardous scale. The scale only goes to 500. So 450, they're in almost the most hazardous air in history Valpo has right now.
The Mount Rushmore of bad air quality.
Now, there's a Mount Rushmore. By the way, Chicago has the worst air in the world right now.
Ah, number one, baby.
How about that? Let's
How
go.
are we the worst? We're not even the closest to Canada.
Because the Canadian smoke blows out of there down here. So the fire's there and the smoke doesn't just sit there like it's sitting here in this heat. Waukegan, north suburbs, 359 in the scale. That's in the high, very unhealthy range. And right downtown Chicago, it's in 415. So we're still in a very unhealthy range right now. Very unhealthy. Not just unhealthy, hazardous. Now, yesterday, a big shout out to NBC5. Lisa Javaria checked in because we were talking about this at this time. And love her to death. Her and her cameraman, they love the show, listen every day. Also, maybe we're misled that I'm an air quality expert. So this was on NBC5 yesterday at 11 a.m. If you were watching, I got a lot of text and DMs for it, so a lot of people were checking it out.
We had a chance to speak with the folks at Q101.
We do get interference with the heat levels they've been, and the smoke isn't helping. We do so many things outside with our radio station that we just want to make sure, hey, this is a time to really take it seriously. And if you don't have to work outside, I hope the bosses are listening. Don't let your people work outside today.
Right. And Brian, you said that. You took a stance. It's time to take it serious.
Yes,
And
it
then
was.
you left right after that interview and did what?
So, the kind of person that I am on the front lines, you see.
First responder.
Right. Well, let's not
Coming
get
from the
carried away.
last responder.
What I say what I'm going to do, don't call first responder.
First responder to a good time. Am I right,
Yeah,
Brian?
it's right, yeah. I went to a golf tournament on the north side. Now, it was a charity golf tournament I was committed to for charity for the YMCA in the north suburbs. So
Which always confused me. Is that like a for-profit gym?
YMCA, I don't think so.
Do you have to pay to be part of it?
You do have to pay, but I mean, it's still, the profit
This
is
is fundraiser. Like Portillo's having a fundraiser for restaurants.
for the YMCA. You still, they need money to offer kids programs and the Boys and Girls Club.
I didn't realize that they provided those for people for free.
Things that not for profit still need cash to operate, and that's what I did yesterday as a patriot.
So it's time to take it serious. You did 18 holes outside.
I did 18 holes.
And I would like to point out that when they were going to interview him, I had to move Brian's golf clubs into Case's studio because I thought it'd be a bad look in the background.
And I appreciate that because it was a bad look. And I always say this: do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to sacrifice. I'm not a victim, but I will be a martyr for all the causes on this show. So I want you to live longer than me. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And yesterday was a bad idea to go golfing. Let me tell you.
How do you feel?
He said he got home at 8 at night. That's how long he golfed outside.
Brian, you got home at 8 at night?
Well, I had to have some drinks afterward on the patio afterward.
Outside?
Outside.
God, everybody sits inside at the bar. He drank outside.
Well, it was a nice view outside. Everybody was outside. I'm not going to go drink alone inside the bar.
You were already radiating like Chernobyl at that point. Who even cares, right?
Also, drinking alone inside is awesome. Don't knock it till you try it.
A little air conditioning.
Listen, Case, you haven't drank alone, alcohol alone. When you're in that phase, boy, a lot of moments in your brain can come up about your life.
Yeah, no, I'm sure drinking Mountain Dew alone is the happy experience you think it is. It's paradise on earth. I'm not reflective at all in those moments.
So Kay says, give me a Mountain Dew in a dirty glass.
In a dirty glass?
That shows,
on the rocks.
That's right. It shows that you're trying to be tougher like an alcohol drinker.
I don't want to drink from a dirty glass. That's disgusting.
I agree.
Well, that's where you're at.
Dirty glass? Do you do that? Do you ask for a dirty glass?
I don't ask for a dirty glass. I'm saying that because alcohol, kills germs. So I know I'm getting a clean glass every time with my Everclear that I drink with Kool-Aid.
The bleach you're downing?
Yeah. So it all works out that way. So we did the charity golf tournament. It went great. I almost won a Mercedes. On a hole-in-one hole, I ended up 6 feet from the hole. If I would have got a hole-in-one, I would have won a Mercedes for charity. I mean, I'd have kept it, but, they offered it if I'm going to hit it, but today's just as bad as day. Seriously, don't go outside.
Yeah.
I don't have any golf tournaments today.
What are you, pickleball one?
I have a pickleball charity tournament. All right, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 Sports coming up after 21 Pilots.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, just about 10 minutes away from Case's movie review, 8 o'clock. It will be Aliens. And hopefully people that haven't seen the movie watched it last night so they can just play along with the review today. But I think it's 40th anniversary. I mean, everybody I know has seen that movie, Aliens. It was certainly a horror/adventure classic. And we'll see what Case thinks about it, viewing it the first time at 27 years old, 40 years later than when it came out. That's on the way. But next week at this time, 7:50, huge, monstrous, big. Make sure you put in your phone for every day, 7:50 next week, because we are going to have passes to Lollapalooza. Is it actually 2 weeks from today?
Well, it's 2 weeks from yesterday is the start of Lollapalooza.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Buckle up.
We're
Good
talking
Lord.
end of July, bitches. This is crazy.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
This
We're
is
talking
wild.
end of July, bitches.
Bitches. This is crazy.
That's what it says in the show plan you have in front of you, right? End of July, bitches.
Yeah, that's Lollapalooza's statement, not mine. They say end of July, bitches.
It's
Let's
on
go.
the T-shirt. Yeah, I saw it.
So 2 weeks from yesterday, Lollapalooza is here. They're setting up right now, and I feel bad for those guys and gals setting up there in the park with this horrible air. But they're sacrificing for you so it goes on time, Lollapalooza. If they have to wait a day or two, the stage might not be up.
That's right.
That'd
And
be
I got to
terrible.
get my Bud Light Lime and sit in the sun and watch all these bands play. So thank you for sacrificing your lungs.
Damn
Exactly.
right.
We need Desert Island up and running. Sign up around.
I will never forget last year when Silly Goose opened up Lollapalooza. Went down there for the very beginning, and me and Case got down there right when they started. The set was phenomenal. We still love Silly Goose to this day. A great follow on Instagram.
At Silly Goose ATL.
But the girl that came up to us and had a full plate of chicken tenders and fries, and she goes, "Do you guys want this? It was bigger than I thought." And all me and Case could do was look at it and go, "It's probably full of fentanyl." It was fentanyl chicken.
Unfortunately,
You didn't take it?
No.
I would have.
No.
And this is the worst part then. You know what she did, Kenzie? She walked away from us and threw it in the garbage.
Did you go get it?
I looked at it, and it was because Silly Goose had just opened Lollapalooza.
It was right on top. It was like perched.
Not even on top. The garbage can hadn't even been used yet. It was still perfectly clean and a full chicken tender. It dropped with plate up.
I like how she only asked one person and then gave up.
Well, we were there was a lot of people at Silly Goose, but it kind of scattered when they got done. And then we were the ones sitting there, and I've never seen, what an atrocity.
Why did you take it? You really thought she was going to drug you. And what did you think was going to happen?
Well, I don't want fentanyl because it can kill you. And I thought maybe, there's something had to be wrong with that situation. No one these chicken tenders were huge.
It was unfortunately where Brian and I's paranoia Venn diagram, this was our center portion of it, where we both at the same time had the same thought as this young woman in her 20s approaches us with uneaten chicken tenders. Well, obviously, these are laced with fentanyl. We can't take these.
What 20-year-old woman doesn't eat tendies?
Come on now.
What 20-year-old woman wants to lace chicken tenders with drugs and give them to an elderly man at Lollapalooza?
And his son.
Yeah.
His illegitimate son.
Yeah.
His illegitimate older son.
A bastard child.
From a hookup at Lollapalooza 27 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. You're the lawn in Tinley Park.
Oh, God, it was
when
good.
It's rocking, don't come a knocking.
Yeah, conceived in a porta potty at Lollapalooza.
I knew that's how I was conceived. During the Rollins band set.
You act like it.
Brian just got so horny during the Rollins band set he couldn't help himself.
Because I'm a liar! Come on, let's go to the porta potty and have sex.
I need to F right now.
Yeah. Good thing I'll never see this woman
You can
again.
tell Case has never said that before. You see how uncomfortable he was saying that sentence?
I'm not comfortable with the human body. I'm sorry.
I need to do it. I was so uncomfortable.
And that could be you at Lollapalooza this year because we're giving you tickets all week next week.
Hi-yo, let's go. I will say I've thought about those tenders in the past year, and I know I made the right decision. Something was off with the situation of her offering up a full, brand new plate of tenders. She took like one bite of one of them. Mm-hmm. There's like 4 huge planks of chicken with tons of fries.
Maybe it was a lot. Maybe they gave her like 6 and there's 4 left.
I thought it was 4. I don't know. Maybe. Either way, I wonder if someone went in the garbage because they were perfectly sitting on top, not untouched in the garbage can. It was perfectly clean garbage can.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's crazy the way that we waste things, but we're not going to waste these Lollapalooza tickets we have next week.
No, we're not.
Everybody try to follow along. At this time next week, we are bringing back the Lollapalooza Song Scramble. Any artist playing Lollapalooza in 2026 is eligible for these scrambles. Brian's going to mix up and reverse some song scrambles, 3 songs a day. You'll call in 312-967-8300. We'll need you to tell us the artist and the song in order.
And it'll most likely be 3 different artists, correct?
Most likely.
Yes, and since it's different, those are tougher, those song scrambles, because people that call up, let's say we did Noah Khan this week, you're a diehard fan of Noah Khan, so somebody got it pretty quickly.
It helps whittle it down. You could just throw out a Noah Khan song.
I mean, if it's a mix of, let's say, Thursday, Lord and John Summit, I'm going to use an EDM reversal. That's not going to go so well.
I don't think that's going to be possible.
I'd love to do a John Summit song scramble, all EDM music reverse.
Well, I don't know.
This is just forward.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is a stupid question because I don't know anything about the EDM world, and I avoid, for as much as I love Lala, and I love Lala, I avoid the Perry stage like a plague. Does John Summit, does he have like a hit? Like when you're watching it, are you like, oh, he's about to play the freaking Darkness song?
So they do have songs, by the way, that
Google, YouTube him. What's the first song that comes up?
Now, by the way, he's from Naperville.
I know. Oh, I've
he's
heard
a local.
all about it.
He's a local that worked downtown in finance, did DJing stuff on the side, and now he's like one of the biggest artists in the world.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. Being from Naperville, working in finance, and then becoming a DJ is my worst nightmare.
I'm going to pull him up on Spotify to see like what's the number one.
He's kind of handsome too, Kenzie.
Okay. You always say that like I'm not married. It's always like very confusing.
By the way, John Summit not only playing Lala, doing 2 shows at the United Center in November.
It's crazy what people will spend their money on.
So Where Are You comes up as the #1 most popular.
Brian, type in John Summit, where are you? I
No,
gotta hear
is,
it.
is it the clean version? See, it's EDM with no lyrics. Get it?
Funny. So while Brian's looking that up, I just want to make this very clear.
Wait, say the name of the song again, Kenzie.
Where Are You?
Okay, comes right up. There's also even a remix of Where Are You?
Of course there is. So Monday at 7:50, we have a pair of Thursday GA passes. Tuesday, we have a pair of Friday GA passes. Wednesday and Thursday are both Saturday GA passes.
And you're not going to believe this. Wait.
A week from today, 7:50 Friday, we have a pair of 4-day GA passes. So set that in your calendar right now. Set your alarms, because you could win a 4-day GA pass and hear John Summit play Where Are You?
Now, by the way, we're talking about the Pumpkins being there on Friday. And, we're very excited about a lot of the rock artists and the alternative
lineup
artists.
I'm more excited about John Summit. That's really where we feel like we fit in.
I'm just saying I'm raw dogging John Summit right now.
Okay.
So let's hear what we got here.
I'm sure he'd love that.
Oh, there's lyrics.
A lot of EDM has lyrics. Wait for the beat to pub.
Kenzie loves this.
Hold on. You tell it's going to get good.
By the way, Hayla is the singer on here. I don't know her. Hayla.
I don't know her.
I don't know.
I think she was a girl in the club we just brought up. She's probably huge as well. She probably has like 9 billion followers on Instagram. And I have no idea who she is. Look up Hayla.
I just see her on the Beat Kitchen calendar, so I don't know her.
She wasn't at her own merch tent selling the merch. All right, well, listen, we're happy for a guy from Naperville who made it to Lollapalooza and the United Center.
Oh, wait, you're visiting the bar. I want to hear it.
It's called Where You Are.
This is like the John Hamm meme. This is when your head starts to like dance.
Kenzie's the John Hamm meme right now. Good for him. Good for him that he made all this money. And, he is huge. I hear that, though, and I hear it's someone that made it on GarageBand at home on the Mac,
I'm not even kidding. My oldest son has GarageBand.
I bet he made something that good.
And because you're not playing the instrument,
Yeah.
you're just adding it. So everything's perfect.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my God, like these beats are incredible. And it's because you don't have to play the instrument anymore.
Tell him to keep going that path. Tell him to keep doing that. Because that's the way. You don't
I'm just going to steal it.
You don't gotta
drop it myself.
You don't got to pay the drummer. There's no drummer. You don't got to pay the bass player. You don't have to
I don't know if you should be promoting this. Like, it's the best idea, not paying any musicians.
Yeah. All right, so we're coming up here. We'll do the review for Aliens right after The Killers. And remember, 7:50 every day next week, Lollapalooza.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
We are right in the middle of Case's movie review of Aliens, which maybe I misguided him and said he could watch that one without seeing the first movie, because I watched it that way myself, and I thought, okay, I knew kind of what everything was about in the first movie, and they do a good job of catching you up. But we're in the middle of it, and this was 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. And again, just a reminder, next week, because of the Odyssey opening this week, will be the biggest movie maybe of all time, that he'll do Inception next week, another Christopher Nolan project.
So where we left off was we just got introduced to the gang. And they're about to fight these aliens, and they're all razzing each other. Locker room talk, as Brian said. Vasquez said, I'm going to go out and fight these aliens. And somebody was like, illegal aliens, because she's Hispanic. So it's nice to know the culture hasn't changed in the last 40 years, and it'll still be the same 100 years from now.
Yeah, right? That wasn't a good test of the future. Believable, unfortunately.
So the gang starts to go out, and they start trying to find these aliens. We get introduced to the face huggers.
Yes, good name for them, by the way. I don't think they're called that in the movie, or are they?
I believe they are.
Oh, they use the name facehugger. Okay, I can't remember.
Well, that's what they do. So that's what I'm going to call them. The facehugger aliens, which for those that haven't seen the movie, are aliens that attach onto your face and won't let go and are trying to rip your flesh and burn you alive. And they are the scariest thing ever. And I have been on this earth for 27, almost and a half years. And I had never once thought of the possibility of an alien mauling my face until around yesterday at this time when I watched this movie. I will be living in fear now of these aliens until my last dying breath.
It's pretty scary.
God, I just looked it up.
Not pretty.
Well, the scarier part about it is it attaches to your face and it's trying to implant something in you.
Okay, we're going to talk about these embryos in just a second.
Yeah, that's even scarier than something being on your face.
Yes.
Yeah,
I guess you're right. Yes. Yeah. So we get these facehugger aliens.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everything starts to get really real. The first 20 or 30 minutes of this movie, it moves a little slow. I'm not the biggest sci-fi fan, and this movie is sort of slated with just this gray tone. There's not a ton of color in this movie, and it gets a little grating on the eyes. It's very much an 80s sci-fi movie, just in the lack of color and in the way that, especially in the beginning, this is a 2-hour movie, but there's really 90 minutes of action. It's a slow crawl at the very beginning of the movie, but things really heat up and never let up when we meet the aliens for the first time. And then when we meet this little girl who, I gotta be honest, when they find her, she looks like a Raggedy Ann doll. Yeah, and I think if I was in that situation, I just would have walked by her. I would have thought it was a dust mite or something because she's so beat up looking. I thought, well, there's no way that's a child. And instead, they're like, oh, now we have to protect you also.
Yeah, because her whole family got killed and she was living there somehow. And that's a reference made later on by Sigourney Weaver, Ripley, to Bill Paxton's character, Hudson, when he's all like, we're going to die, man, we're screwed. And then they go, this little girl survived in here. And he was like, we'll put her in charge.
And her name is Newt.
Newt.
Which, by the way, if you're out there pregnant and you're about to have a baby girl, don't name your little girl Newt. I would advise against that. That's a name meant for Gingrich and nobody else.
I think that's how I think of Newt.
Yes, exactly. So Newt is, again, she's just all disheveled and gross looking, and they have to take her in because she's been on her own.
And where are they? I'm sorry, where did they find her?
Kenzie, what a great question. I don't know where the hell they are in this movie.
So they're on a colony on a planet. And all these families were there to go live and start this kind of city, which they do in 2157, whatever. And kind
of like if a big pilgrimage went out to live on Mars finally.
Let's say that for sure.
Okay.
And then they go there to check because communication stopped. That's why they end up flying there. And because Ripley went through this weird thing, they know,
so they
crap.
stopped hearing from the civilization.
Correct.
Okay.
And they find out all the aliens killed everybody except Newt.
And so Newt, again, bad hair at all. Now they've got to take her in. And so it's a fight with all of these adults, the people that are razzing each other, doing locker room talk. And now they have this little girl with them. And by the way, they don't clean up their language when the little girl comes around. They're still swearing like sailors in this movie.
Well, listen,
that's the least of her problems.
It's unbelievable the language they use around her.
I think it's a respectful thing to teach her, like, hey, this is how the world is now.
I think she learned plenty about the world. Or else she lets everybody die.
Aliens ripping out the stomachs of all their people she knows.
So with this girl, they get on their spaceship, but they kind of also have like an SUV thing going on in this movie. I don't remember exactly what crashes, but something crashes. And this is when we enter the Paxton zone. And throughout the 2.5 years we've been doing these movie reviews, there are certain things, whether it be movies like Heat or certain actors like Bill Paxton, that we have latched onto. And I think our show does a great job of honoring their legacy. People like the late, great Bill Paxton. And one of the reasons that I struggle with movies like this, and I'm not super into superhero movies, is sometimes I don't buy into the realism of it all. Because if I was in this situation, I know that I would be doing two things. I would be, one, complaining a lot, and two, when I'm not complaining, I'd be freaking out constantly. And thank God Bill Paxton fills that void in this movie. Here's him crashing out after their ship crashes.
Well, that's great. That's just great, man. Now what the are we supposed to do? Where's the real pretty now, man? You finished?
I guess we're not going to be leaving now, right?
I'm sorry, Newt.
You don't have to be sorry. It wasn't your fault.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
You don't know, Case, because you didn't see this, back in the day.
No.
That line was repeated by every male I know in my life. It was gay. In any situation, it will just come up at some point. Game over, man. Like for example, a concert got postponed. Game over, man. Game over.
I would hope.
God.
The forces in the world will determine this, but in the same way that over 2 years ago now we watched Twister.
Well, that's great.
And we lashed on to the idea of Jonas, son of a bitch, because I thought it was so funny that there were rival storm chasers in that movie. I was previously unaware of Game Over, man.
Yeah.
What an incredible catchphrase that is.
And you haven't seen Weird Science yet, but he's essentially his character Chet from Weird Science as an alien fighter. Mm-hmm. He's the same exact tone, voice, everything. Not quite the Twister Bill Paxton that we know and love. Mm-hmm. So he's just doing Chet, which is amazing because he's great in Weird Science.
He's the best. It was such a stellar performance by him. I'm so glad there was somebody in this movie with all of these aliens, with all of this fear, with all of this doubt. I'm so glad there was somebody there complaining and being scared, because that's what I would have done if I was in this situation. And he crushed it. What a performance by him.
Not some stoic fighter. Now, I want to make a little reference, Kenzie, to one of your favorite movies, Tombstone. Because this was a James Cameron movie, obviously. And Tombstone, not a James Cameron vehicle. But Bill Paxton is in Tombstone as one of the brothers, as Kurt Russell's brother, Wyatt Earp's brother.
Another incredible performance.
So is Michael Biehn, who was in the first Terminator with Bill Paxton. Because Bill Paxton is the opening scene of the Terminator. They both end up in this movie because James Cameron, once he likes you, man, he really likes you. And he put them both in this movie. But then, because people saw Michael Biehn, who's Ripley's kind of romantic, partner there, eventually, then Bill Paxton, they both end up in Tombstone, as Michael Biehn is Johnny Ringo against Val Kilmer, and Bill Paxton as the brother. And then, by the way, they both, no spoiler what happens to him in Tombstone, but Bill Paxton is the brother of Kurt Russell. So it's a really weird connection of all those movies.
People are recommending Bill Paxton in True Lies. I have not seen that movie, but we'll do that at some point. Absolutely.
I just watched that 30th anniversary with the director from Park Ridge. They released the 4K version of that just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice. Okay, so as we come to an end here in Aliens, I have two more thoughts. One, there's this guy named Burke, and he kind of becomes the bad guy in this movie. He turns against the gang. And this is where I got confused, because Brian was saying that the facehugger aliens are trying to implant something in you.
Yes.
And then he's talking about embryos. And then I thought, and it was a real thought that I had, and I'm still quite honestly not sure if this is accurate or not. Were the aliens trying to get Sigourney Weaver pregnant?
Essentially.
Really?
Or that's what Burke wanted.
Oh my God,
Okay.
women can never escape. Get off of me. Are you for real?
Kenzie, it gets worse. So Burke, played by the comedian Paul Reiser, who was in My Two Dads, I think that sitcom My Two Dads, I believe.
I'm sure that aged great.
No, it's good. It's a good movie.
Yeah,
or good TV show.
Yeah.
So he set up this whole thing because he wants the alien to take that thing and impregnate, essentially, Sigourney Weaver. Then he wanted everybody else on the mission to die. He would freeze Sigourney Weaver, bring her back to Earth, and then they would make the aliens a biological type of weapon for the U.S. Army.
It all comes back to the military-industrial complex.
How was he vocalizing that to the aliens?
He doesn't. But he basically was going
Knock her up?
Because Sigourney Weaver explains it in the movie at that one point. He said he wanted her to get impregnated because he let the door open for an alien to go in, the facehugger, to impregnate Sigourney Weaver. Mm-hmm. And then she says, when he tells the other people about, she figures out what was going on, that he could have taken all their time capsules, their frozen things, and just basically malfunctioned them and killed them all. So when he gets back, he could tell whatever story he wants. He has Sigourney Weaver with the alien inside her, and then that's a new weapon for the U.S. Army.
Ugh.
And she would die when that thing came out of her.
When the facehugger comes off, you're not necessarily dead. You're just pregnant.
Right.
Kill me. Am I right? What's better?
I'm sure it's happened to you before.
Great.
Yeah. Yep.
How many times have you seen this movie, Brian?
Does it sound like I know every intimate detail? I've probably seen this movie. I would say whenever it's on, I'll watch it. So I would say I've probably seen parts of the movie at least 30 times.
God, I never feel this way when I'm not in the studio, but I really needed to watch this with you because I did not pick up on some of these details.
Isn't it funny, though? I feel like Sigourney Weaver is always like a scientist and the head of and the head of like a project going on because she was at all the avatars.
Yep.
That's her
She's in the
thing.
new one. She's 76 years old and she's going to be in the new one still, too.
I know. She was in that Gorillas of the Mist. I think she was like a scientist. She was the lead captain of the village. She was like running a crew in a scientific way.
She was in Ghostbusters, too.
Yes.
She had a great career.
So I want to land the plane on this because we're taking up too much time with aliens, but I just have to note real quick. So I feel like I missed a lot of the subtleties of the story. I was confused on the alien pregnancy. Some of the characters I couldn't tell who was who because it's all just one big gray blob. And that's not to say that I dislike the movie because I think my rating is going to surprise some people. The thing that does live vividly in my mind that I will never forget is as they're fighting the queen alien towards the very end of the movie, there's a guy named Bishop.
Yeah.
And Bishop suffers the most gruesome death that has ever been death in a movie. The queen alien picks him up and rips him in half.
Yep.
And I will never forget that image for the rest of my life. It was horrifying. I didn't sleep last night. I don't want to end up like him. That was awful to witness.
Now, the good news is he lives because he's a humanoid. He's like an android with like all,
And that was a whole other concept that I couldn't grasp.
Yeah. Lance Henriksen also in The Terminator, by the way, 1 with James Cameron. He was in there, and he puts him in this movie, too. And also, Kenzie, you'd love that line that Sigourney Weaver, if you remember, that says to the queen when she goes after the little girl, he goes, "Get your hands off her, you bitch!"
That sounds just like Kenzie. All in all, look, this is not the style of movie that I enjoy the most. It's a little horror. It's a little sci-fi. Those are things that I typically don't get super into. It's battling, again, just to mention it one more time, this bad color palette that I think these 80s sci-fi movies suffered from. It's very gray. It's ugly on the eyes. Even the 4K restoration is beautiful, but it's not the prettiest movie there ever was. That being said, the aliens as the villains, they are absolutely horrifying. And the group that is trying to capture them, they all have their own unique, distinct features that make them super memorable characters. Sigourney Weaver's an excellent lead. Bill Paxton's absolutely hilarious. Newt, for a child actor, she doesn't get in the way. That's all you can ask for most of the time. While this is not a movie that I would typically rave about, it's not the type of movie that I necessarily want to watch 30 times like Brian has. Objectively, for what this movie was going for, this is a great movie. It is absolutely terrifying. It's a little confusing, but aliens, I get the hype for this. I didn't fully comprehend all of it, but I was entertained and or terrified from start to finish, and that feels like the goal of this movie.
Absolutely, 100%. You got to think, 40 years ago, and Kenzie keeps bringing up the Alien versus Predator series, but that alien was made 40 years ago in movies without AI, without CGI.
There's no CGI in this movie.
It's a real alien puppet, if you will.
It's a real one.
It's a real alien.
They cast him.
I know, and the design of it.
Flew in on their spaceships to audition.
It was weird when the aliens pivoted to sitcoms after this.
That's how they got typecasted.
So what is your final rating?
Well, I have to note from Jess in Naperville real quick. She just texted in, first-time texter, welcome to the party. She said, Alien is the movie that got me so scared to get pregnant, even when I did, when my baby would move around in my stomach, I would think about this movie every single time. Jess, if I'm ever pregnant, I'm going to have those same fears, let me tell you.
Oh, God.
Brian, you tell me, because you've seen this movie 30 times. You know it inside and out. Do I rate this out of embryos? Is that what we're doing here?
Or Bill Paxton's Game Overs.
Bingo. That's why I asked you. Aliens is not my type of movie, but it is a movie that is worth watching. Invest some time this weekend to give it a look if you haven't seen it, or if it's been a long time since you've seen it for the 40th anniversary. This movie is a very strong 8 Game Over Mans out of 10.
Wow. And that's a very way to good explain it. Not your type of thing, but you can't deny almost, I mean, the word perfection, but what they did in this movie, especially 40 years ago.
It's so scary.
Unbelievable. There you go. If you missed any part of the review, it's going to be on the podcast. The Brian and Kenzie podcast has a special feed for Kenzie's Crimes, which is coming up, and Case's classic movie review. We'll give you that key word for the Aftershock Festival, a chance to get a full VIP trip for the Aftershock Festival. Coming up soon here, 10 minutes away with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.